celebrate the legacy of Victor Jara here, that we also remember what happened to him, that what happened to him is the end result of fascism.
And for the Latin American region and the world, is a really incredible space to have. I hope you feel reaffirmed that every effort that you make, even being here today, is and supports our struggle as Bolivian people.
She was. She was a rebel, very much so, a revolutionary, a writer, a sister, a singer, a songwriter.
My roots, my gashes, my wounds and my cracks are reborn in four spirits of Pellín and Canelo.
Visto a la luna buena, besando el cañaveral. Yo he visto a la luna buena, besando el cañaveral. Perdido en las cerrazones, ¿quién sabe vivir?
Oh, I think it's absolutely essential to have El Sueno Existe for all of communities that are exiled or immigrants, because there aren't that many spaces really for us to voice our culture and to let people know why we're here. Because I think that's important, and we do that through song, through poetry, through art, and it's lovely to have also an amalgamation, to have people from different backgrounds, not just Latin American, come here.
It's amazing that, it all started with me and Polly, my wife, organising what was supposed to be a one-off fundraising evening for the Victor Jara Foundation in 2001, and it was supposed to be just that, just a one-off evening, and it's grown from that really, because that evening was surprisingly successful, and the festival kind of metamorphosed out of that evening, and here we are nearly 23 years later.
Con los años cambia el pastor su rebaño, y así como todo cambia, que yo cambie no es extraño. Cambia el más fino brillante de Manuel, mano su brillo, cambia el nido el pajarillo, cambia el sentir de un amante, cambia el rumbo el caminante, aunque eso le cause daño, y así como todo cambia, que yo cambie no es extraño. Cambia y todo cambia, cambia y todo cambia. Una vez más.
I love the way that politics kind of comes together with culture and music, which is very much what I believe in, should happen for progressive causes, for festivals. We need to make the revolution fun. Allende, Salvador Allende, the socialist leader of Chile that was overthrown in the coup, associated with Victor Jara, whose name is used in this festival, once said, there is no revolution without song. No hay revolución sin canción. And I think in that sense this festival is very much in that spirit, and obviously dedicated to the memory of Victor Jara, a great musician, activist, theatre director, who was, who was supportive of the transformation, the socialist transformation of Chile. So I think it's important that people come, listen to the politics, listen to the music, get inspired, especially now in the dark times that we're living. We need a little oasis of hope, and I think Sueno Existe provides that.
I've been involved not for the whole 20 years, but I've been involved in some way since 2007. Firstly as a volunteer and then as an organiser. It's been busy, it's been a lot of work sometimes, it's been a lot of fun.
Cuando la vida se muestra entera, que el futuro, que cuando grandes ya murieron ya los momentos, sembraron así sus semillas y tuvimos miedo, temblamos y en esto se nos fue la vida.
What keeps me coming back for more is at the end of the festival is a sense of community that we've created, and the fact that people just love coming to this festival and they seem to really enjoy it. And there's such a variety of activities as well, and you never know what's going to happen from one minute to the next, which is sometimes a little bit challenging and sometimes it's a lot of fun.
Victor Jara's feelings, I would say, in a totally different framework. So in this particular song, when I started to compose this symphony, this was the first one.
We've got Boombox Bourrée, which is this fantastic medieval music outfit, along with a hurdy-gurdy. And we've got Zona Marginal, which is the other end of the spectrum really, a Colombian hip-hop extravaganza that have come all the way from Cali in Colombia. So we're over the moon to have them. Enough, hip-hop's not my genre, but I really loved their show last night. It was really something, you know. It was very 21st century and very unfolky, and so it was yeah, it was wonderful, fantastic.
saw this massive big smile with white teeth, and it was Victor, who was a student of hers, and he had a small bunch of flowers. And she remarks in her book, it was good that my students still remembered me.
White men in their vineyards, carving up the promised land. What's left for the engines is just dry, barren sand. Red horse, red rider, kicking up red desert sand. Looking back, now I wonder who promised the promised land.
I've been live streaming on Facebook, El Sueño Existe Facebook page, and then we have been having a lot of views, different videos that I've been posting. The first video, I mean the opening, it was like 710 plays. Some of the people who have been playing these videos are from Chile, from Latin America, from Bolivia, yeah. So it's a good way as well to let them know what is happening here in Wales today. So because now with internet, Facebook, you can reach those people. They can, because for many reasons they are not able to come, but then they can still see what is happening here in El Sueño Existe.
It suddenly thought, well, why not have a mini literary festival within El Sueño Existe, which is obviously draws together people interested in Latin America from all over the country, has its own wonderful vibe and atmosphere, and we felt that Lab should fit very well within that. We're bringing people who are engaged in a whole number of ways in the most current issues in Latin America.
1990 I went and spent 4 months in Santiago working with Victor Jara, working with her dance group, and also working on a huge cleansing of the stadium. So my connection with Chile and with political song is very, very strong.
She's fine, 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 we call her the Titanic on the White Star Line. She's fine, 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 we call her the Titanic on the White Star Line. She's fine.
I was really pleased to come here with Sasha, Adrian's daughter, to do our show Love Songs of World War III, featuring the song Victor Jara of Chile. So I was really pleased to come to do that, to honour Joan, to honour Victor, to honour Adrian.
Shout it, shout it, shout it down. Shout, 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 shout it down. Shout, 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 shout it down. Oh, oh, oh,
oh, oh. And then I live very close to Sian Phillips, Dom Phillips' sister. And we've worked together for many years doing music things. And I wrote a song with her about Dom and about the river.
A break between lime bottle green leaves reveals standing spears, bodies decorated. They are not afraid of the flying unknown or huge bird weaving through their skies.
To echo the Olympia Guadalajara's words when I met him in 22, was to ask people to fall in love again with the Amazon and protect the Amazon and protect the indigenous people who are living there and demarcate their lands.
For silent, floating trespassers, immersed in the water they pollute. In this wilderness of thick forest, this wilderness and its languages, like the corkscrewing river that flows within. The lush and tangled beauty pure, alive with monkey screech, the silent step of the spotted jaguars.
I never experienced a festival or any celebration that would focus on Latin America, so it's brilliant. Yeah, I'm very not surprised, it's not the word, but very pleased, very stimulated by everything that I'm seeing and everyone I'm meeting, and it's brilliant.
He cared about justice, he cared about fairness, he was, of course, he was a refugee from Pinochet dictatorship here in England, so of course he was firmly on the side of the left and on freedom from oppression and democracy, and so I remember his voice, I remember him smiling and drinking a Guinness and reading poetry in that beautiful voice he had, slow. He knew how to read slowly so that every word, the music of poetry came out. So that's Alfredo for me.
Which he set out, and of course then he was given the position of faith, of producing the Faith in the City report, which Mrs. Thatcher called a dangerous Marxist document.
But really good, because there's a lot of really lovely feedback, there's a really nice atmosphere, and the weather has been kind, mostly. Our art is part of culture, is part of everyday life, and so it's so colourful and warm and vibrant. And I think that UK culture can learn from that.
I'm absolutely delighted. It's been really lovely to be here this weekend and see how well it's going, and how many of the political discussions here have been really lively, informative. I've just been to one and it's absolutely marvellous. I've had a wonderful weekend. So I'm delighted. And I'm partly delighted because the political element was what I wanted to happen when I first became chair. So I was first chair of the committee, and I always tried to persuade us to get politics. How can you have a festival about Victor Jara without including politics? Victor Jara was an activist. He wasn't a performer. He was part of popular unity, and that had to be in here. So for me, the festival, because of all this dimension of music and politics, has been an expression of Paulo Freire and Boal. You know, it's popular, educación popular. So I'm absolutely delighted. I think and it's just exactly what I wanted, so I can go out happy. I think my pleasure at seeing a busload of Chilean refugees brought across here at our first festival, and we danced around the fountain over there. And so that's always been in my memory, and every time I come here I think of that.
Por donde están las angustias que desde sus ojos sacaron por mí, a donde fueron mis palabras sucias de sangre de abril, a donde van ahora mismo estos cuerpos que no puedo nunca dejar de anhelar, acaso nunca vuelven a ser.
I feel very happy. It's a very enjoyable festival, and I think it's very nice to see the presence of Latin Americans in the UK and how we live together with the local communities in Wales and in England. So that's a really lovely experience.
Escribo tu nombre en las paredes de mi ciudad, tu nombre verdadero, tu nombre y otros nombres.
Yeah, it's a place of solidarity. It's a community created over the years, and each time it gets better, like old wine, because there's kind of young people, older people, people of different ethnicities, and it feels like there's a kind of, it gets more mature as time happens. So the mixture of people and of cultures in this country is getting more confident. So it's a wonderful thing to see. And, you know, for me, I love being here and participating.
Debes pensar en todos tus hijos, que ellos también nacieron aquí. Lucharemos, gritaremos, amasu, amayu, yamaqueya. Lucharemos, gritaremos, amasu, amayu, yamaqueya. No trates de ir. Leyes de otras tierras, escucha la voz del pueblo, y ahí está la fuerza del país. Anapalinki, Nayel Manaka, Animarca Handakichi, Chistamarca Handarupa, Bukanti Ura Pentamapa.
The cultural and political melting pot of El Sueño comes round every year in one form or another, and it's incredibly satisfying to create the space where so many different strands of music, politics, film, art, literature, theatre, whatever, all come together in one small space, and to be part of organising that and creating that space it's one of the things that I find most satisfying in life. So at this stage, towards the end of this year's festival, I feel a fantastic sense of we worked really hard to make a space in which lots of absolutely wonderful, amazing things happened, and in which there's an educational process as well, in which a lot of people will leave the weekend much better informed about all sorts of global issues, cultural issues, political issues, issues in the Amazon, issues in Bolivia, issues of climate justice.
Throughout the year, it has been shown that it's been a very important place for us to come, for the Latin American community to come and express their culture and to share our culture.
Of course, please do. The more the merrier.
We are so really excited and really happy because we are showing our culture here. For us, it's something like very important to get involved with everyone. And these 3 days, we showing the different dance from Bolivia. Especially my group is Tincus Puros, and we are bringing the Tincus from Potosi. So for us, we are feeling so happy. We meet with many people.
So I really need to be with good people. So
This is one of the places I find, as somebody on Friday night was singing and saying, it's one place where you can come, be yourself, find other like-minded good people who have consciousness, and when it finishes I'm really, really sad, really sad.
Con voz de gigante, gritando adelante, el pueblo unido jamás será vencido, el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. De pie luchar, el pueblo va a triunfar, será Keep coming to see the trees. Please, avance, avance. El pueblo va a triunfar. The army killed him. They executed him. This is another tree planted in memory of María del Carmen Arriagada Jerez. And long live international solidarity.
Cuando la vida se pierda tras una cortina de años, vivirá la flor del tiempo, amores y desengaños. Vivirá la flor del tiempo, amores y desengaños. Just take a moment now just to hold the memory of Raimi in our hearts for a moment. Ahora
y siempre. Ahora y siempre.
My one word for El Sueno would be welcoming.
Could I have a hyphen word? Cultural revolution?
Can I have more than one word? Okay. Chaos, fun, solidarity.
Diversidade cultural, cultural diversity.
Enlivening, hopeful.
Maravilhoso.
This is a new kind of politics.